Hi everyone and welcome to USA Story Time. Today we are reading a book by Thea Stilton. It's a Mouseford Academy book and it is called Sea Turtles Rescue. Chapter 1. Return to the Beach. It was a peaceful summer night on Whale Island. A perfectly round moon surrounded by twinkling stars shone over Turtle Beach. Suddenly, there was a ripple of waves on the sea, and two figures slowly emerged from the water. A ray from the moon illuminated the wet shells of two large sea turtles, slowly making their way to shore. This was the beach where they had been born 25 years earlier. Now they had come back to lay their eggs. Once they found a good spot for their nests, the mama turtles dug deep holes and deposited their eggs. Then, as the darkness of night was replaced by the first light of dawn, they covered them carefully and hurried back towards the sea. A few hours later, an alarm buzzed in a dorm room across the island at Mouseford Academy. Nikki and Paulina woke with a start. The annual international meeting of the Green Mice Environmental and Organization was about to begin. This year, the Green Mice meeting was going to be in Finland. Nikki and Paulina couldn't wait to tour the Finnish countryside and visit the country's magnificent fjords. "What do you say we go for a quick swim before we catch our flight?" suggested Paulina as she flipped through her Scandinavia guidebook. "Great idea," replied Nikki. "I don't know if I'm brave enough to dip my tail in those icy Finnish waters." She flopped down on her enormous suitcase and tried to keep it shut. The mouselets hurried down to Turtle Beach, but when they got there, they noticed strange lines in the sand. They looked like tire tracks. "Someone drove a car onto the beach," Nikki exclaimed in alarm. "But these tracks lead straight into the sea. How is that possible?" Paulina asked. The mouselets followed the tracks down the beach until they reached the place where they disappeared into the sea. They could see that sand had been moved, but they couldn't figure out what had happened to the car. "Of course," cried Nikki, smacking herself in the snout. "Why didn't I think of it sooner? These aren't tire tracks, they're loggerhead sea turtle tracks." Paulina looked at her friend. "Do you think sea turtles came and laid their eggs in the sand?" Nikki nodded. "They must have made their nest here." "We've got to tell Professor Van Kraken right away," Paulina said, pulling out her cell phone. Half an hour later, Ivan Van Kraken, Mouseford's marine biology professor, joined the mice at Turtle Beach. "First of all, we need to fence off this section of the beach," he explained. "The eggs will hatch in about a month and a half, and we've got to protect them from the elements." The professor looked thoughtful for a moment. "It's too bad you two won't be around to help this summer. We need volunteers to care for the nests and check the temperature of the sand every day." Nikki and Paulina exchanged a look. "Professor, we can do it," Nikki said enthusiastically. "Are you sure? You'd have to cancel your trip to Finland," the professor said. The mouselets nodded. "We're lucky. We get to travel all the time," Paulina said. "Helping these turtles is the opportunity of a lifetime, and we don't want to miss it." Chapter 3, 1 month later. Chapter 2. "There's no point debating it," declared Nikki. "Radaron's best documentary is definitely the Macassey in Love." "Yep, it's one of his most entertaining movies," admitted Paulina. "But what about One Spotted Shark?" "Well, that one's great too," Nikki sighed. "I give up. It's impossible to decide which is the best. They're all amazing." Colette and Violet exchanged a smile. Nikki and Paulina took their documentaries very seriously. It was nice to see them so excited. The four mice were sitting in the front row of a large lecture hall. The school year was about to begin in a very memorable way. James Radaron, their favorite documentary filmmaker, would be teaching a class at Mouseford Academy. Over the course of the semester, Radaron would share his secrets for making beautiful documentaries. He was famous for following the lives of rare animal species on the brink of extinction. "Violet, Colette, what's your favorite documentary?" asked Nikki. "I like The Friendly Cricket," Violet replied, smiling shyly. She was thinking of Frilly, her pet cricket. "Well, my favorite is A Flock of Flamingos," said Colette. The colors in that movie are absolutely fabulous. They are so extraordinarily, exquisitely pink. The others laughed. Colette always appreciated the pink side of everything. I'm here, panted Pam, scurrying into the classroom. Sorry I'm late. She slid into a seat next to her friends. Don't worry, Paulina reassured her. James Redern isn't here yet. Thank good mouse, said Pam, catching her breath. I've had a really weird morning. Everywhere I went, I ran into the same rodent. He kept blocking my way and getting my paws in a pickle. Who was it? Asked Violet. I don't know, said Pam. Someone I've never seen before. A new student? Asked Paulina. I don't think so, Pam replied. He had a video camera and he was filming all over campus. Maybe he's a journalist who wants to interview James Redern, suggested Nikki. Could be, said Pam thoughtfully. As I was hurrying over here, I ran right into him. We both ended up tumbling on our tails. At that moment, the room exploded with applause. James Redern had just made his entrance. Behind him was the headmaster, Octavius D. Mouses. Next to them was a young ratlet carrying a video camera. Rat munching rattlesnakes, it's him, Pam cried. She could scarcely believe her eyes. The ratlet she'd been running into all morning was James Redern's assistant. Chapter 3, A New Friend. After a brief introduction from the headmaster, James Redern took the microphone and began squeaking. He told the students about the mysteries of nature and how they fascinated him since he was just a mouseling. He received his first video camera as a 12th birthday gift. It had immediately become his inseparable companion. When he grew up, he decided to study film. He wanted to show nature in all its glory by making wild animals the stars of his documentaries. The students listened to the director with their snouts gaping wide open like a pack of hungry cats at feeding time. His passion for nature was contagious. The lesson passed by in a flash. At the end of the lecture, Nikki leapt to her paws. Let's go. We've got to get down to Turtle Beach. She and Paulina hurried out. Colette waved goodbye. Then she turned to her other friends. What an awesome class, right? She said. Yeah, it made me want to make a documentary, said Sheen enthusiastically. Me too, said Violet. But did you hear how much work goes into every film Redern makes? A ton. I know, said Craig. I thought all you had to do to film animals in their natural habitat was find a really good hiding spot, like behind a tree or something. You need a lot more than that, said Pam. You have to really understand animal habitats and the environment. Plus, you need a lot of patience and really good assistance. Pam felt a tap on her shoulder. She turned and found herself snout to snout with Redern's assistant. Hi, I'm Mike, he began. Then he blushed, redder than a golden hamster. I want to apologize for this morning. I was very rude. Pam smiled. I'm the one who should apologize, she said. I left without squeaking a word. I hope your video camera wasn't damaged. Don't worry. I didn't let it hit the ground. This one time in India, a macaque swiped it right out of my paws, and ever since then I've been extra careful, Mike said earnestly. Pam laughed. Mike chatted with the students for a few minutes. He told them his dream was to become a great documentary filmmaker like his boss, James Redern. After studying for the past few years, Mike felt ready to make his first documentary, but he was looking for an original idea. Violet, Pam, and Colette exchanged a knowing look. We might have the perfect subject for you, said Pam. Come down to the beach with us. We've got 2 good friends you just have to meet. All right, we are going to stop there for now. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful summer and you enjoyed the story. Bye.